Hello, welcome to Chapter 19 for Business Math called Financial Management. This is Lesson 19.5 called Inflation. All right, as always, I start these videos off every single time, putting this out there. You should be reading the chapter. You should be looking through the examples in the section, paying attention to not just how do I get through this problem, but what am I doing? Why am I doing it? The more you understand about what it is you're doing, the better you're going to be able to apply the information as you work through the section and the chapter. Okay, so let's go ahead and read the little summaries they give us here. So inflation is an economic condition during which the cost of goods and services increases. The inflation rate is expressed as a percentage increase over a specified time period, usually to the nearest 1/10%. Inflation rate equals current price minus original price divided by original price. So that's pretty straightforward. That's not too terribly bad. Deflation occurs when price decreases over a period of time. Although deflation is the opposite of inflation, the calculations are similar. The current price can be found by adding the original price to the inflation rates. Inflation times the original price. So current price equals original price plus original price times inflation rate. So that just kind of brings us back to current price. All right. The original price can be found by dividing the current price by the 1 plus the inflation rate. So we have original price equals current price divided by 1 plus inflation rate. So it kind of depends on what we're looking for here. Depends on what we're given and what we're looking for, which equation we're going to be using. So it doesn't necessarily mean we're going to use both of these in every equation here. All right. So we're going to fill in the table below. And we're just going to look at number 1 here, and then I'm going to let you guys finish this off because they're not too terribly crazy as far as the calculations go for this one. So we have tank of diesel fuel, we have inflation rate, current price, original price. So we just have to fill in whichever piece is missing here, either inflation rate, current price, or original price. So in this case, we want the inflation rate. And inflation rate, we do current price minus the original price, and then we divide that by the original price again. So current price minus the original price, it's already kind of in the order for me, and then I'm going to divide that by the original price, which is $119.90. So let me grab my handy dandy calculator here. All right, so we get, I guess I have to click the buttons here because my keyboard's too far away. 147.79, and I'm going to subtract 119.9 equals, so here's the change, and I'm going to divide that by the original price. So, whoops. $119.9 equals, okay. So we end up with 20.23261. So I wrote this out. Make sure you want to move this decimal over 1, 2, and that's your percentage. So my inflation rate is 23.3%, and I can round it off to 10%. It doesn't really tell me what to round it off to here, so I can kind of make that decision. I wouldn't round it completely off to the whole percentage. I would definitely leave at least a tenth on there, make it a little bit more accurate. So exact same idea here. I have my current, I have my original, I'm going to divide by my original. So it's pretty straightforward. Definitely going to let you guys figure that one out. When it comes to this piece, you have your current price, which is missing, and you want to subtract that from your original price and divide by original price. So this requires a little bit of algebra skills here to kind of go backwards with this piece. So let me see. I want to make sure. Yeah. And what this is going to be, because this equals the percentage we already know. So this equals 3.5%, like this. So I need to write this out and solve this. And here, I'll write it up here so you can kind of see it a little clearer. So we have current price minus original price, which I'm just going to go ahead and write this 75.49 divided by 75.49. equals 3.5%. So this is my equation. I have a missing piece. I need to fill it in. I'm going to multiply by 75.49 on both sides. Oops, 75. I don't know why I wrote 49. Okay, 75.49 on both sides. Any number divided by itself cancels out. So I end up with C minus 75.49 equals, and when I multiply this out, let's see, what do we get? Where's my calculator? Come on. Okay. So I get, make sure it's cleared out, 3.5. Again, I want to make sure I hit percent. I need to move that times 75.49 equals. So this was the amount that I need to increase it by to get the current price. So this is the amount of increase, the inflation. Now I'm going to add 75.49. So the 2.6 would go over here, and I haven't written it yet just because I don't want to have to get rid of my calculator here. I'll write it right here. So 2.64215. Now I'm going to add 75.49 to both sides. 75.49 to both sides like that. So I have C equals plus 75.49 equals 78.13. So this is the amount of the current price here, 78.13. All right, so that definitely requires some algebra skills there to go write the equation and then go back and fill it in. But we have the equation, we know what it is. So we have inflation rate, current price, original price, original price. We have those three pieces. We can fill in what we have. They should give you at least 2 of those 3 pieces, and you're going to have to go through and figure it out. They're not always just going to ask you for inflation rate. Sometimes they're going to ask you for something else there. All right. So I want to look down below. Same idea here, original price. The only thing that's missing here is now I don't have my original price, so I'm going to have 2 variables because I'm also going to be dividing, and you really shouldn't. I'm going to warn you against, don't use O because that looks like a 0. Use like P divided by P equals 0.8%. Like that, minus. And I'm writing out both of these so that you can kind of see how they both are going to look. So this is the equation you want to use here. So when you multiply on both sides, instead of a number, you're going to be multiplying by P on both sides. And then you're going to be combining the P's on both sides. So it definitely takes some algebra skills here to fill this one out. Same exact idea for number 7, 8, and 9. You're just looking at a word problem. So you're going to look for what is my current price, what is my original price, if they give me inflation rate. So they're going to give you, like I said, 2 of those 3 pieces. And you need to fill in this equation. So you're going to keep using this equation over and over and over again. You can also use this piece here. I'm using the algebra skills just because that, for whatever reason, makes more sense in my head. But you can go back. Why is it not letting me go back? Undo. Interesting. It's not letting me undo that circle. But you can use this as well. So current price equals original price plus original price times inflation rate. So it's actually the same thing I'm doing in the equation. I'm just showing you how they're doing it in the equation. So they're doing original price, 75.49 times the inflation rate, and then they're adding that back to the inflation rate. So it's actually the steps of the equation without the equation. Same thing with the original price. This is the equation just manipulated so that it already equals original price or already equals current price in this one. So you can definitely take a look at those as far as, if that makes it a little bit easier instead of having to work through the in an algebraic way. Because this original price one, if we looked at that same one, for this one we'd have 75.49 plus 75.49 times 3.5%. It's the exact same thing that we did up here, 75.49 times 3.5%. And then in the second step here, it's 79.49 plus that inflation. So it's the same thing. They're just already worked out, kind of ready for you, so you don't have to move them around the way that I was. Well, that is lesson 5. I hope that helped, and I will possibly see you in lesson 6.